This video will demonstrate how to create an MPLAB project. First, let's go into our 2008, 2009 folder. Inside there, we'll open the projects folder. Inside the projects folder, we'll create a folder for today. New folder, and we're going to call this September 3. Okay. Next, we'll open MPLAB. We're going to use the project wizard. Select next, and we'll select the processor we want. It's going to be the 18F1320. Select next. Now we're going to select the tool suite. Up here, the active tool suite is Microchip C18. That's exactly what we want. So we don't have to go through this list and search for it because it's already here. If it's not, you'll have to do that. Okay, we're going to create the project. We want to create it in the folder we created prior to starting MPLAB. We're at September 2nd here. We're going to go up here back to projects. In fact, let's go all the way back up to the top. 2008, 2009 projects, September 3rd. And we're going to call this one Demo 1. So we've created Demo 1 in September 3rd. Click Next. Okay. I do not add files here. As a rule, I wait and add them in the project window of MPLAB. So I'm just going to click Next and Finish to finish it. Okay, now we want to see that project folder. So we go Project, or Project Window, I should say, View, and Project. He happens to be over here, so we'll drag him over. Okay, we're going to need a header file. So we're going to Add Files. And the header files live with the compiler. So we're going to go up to the C directory, C disk I should say. In the MCC18 directory, which is the compiler's directory, we're going to find a folder called H. In the H folder, we're going to pick a file which is the header file, which contains the processor description. So we're going to say P for processor 18F1320. That's the Junebug's processor. H. And we have that. Now we need a linker file. The linker allows the tool chain to stitch all little pieces together to make a real program, and it will run. So add files. Okay. And we won't find any linker files in the header directory, so we have to go up one. Choose the LKR folder. And this one's going to be called the same as the processor name again, 18F1320. Only we're going to put an I here because we want to be able to use the debugger. .lkr. And that's the one we want. Okay. Now we have everything but a source file. So we're going to say File, New, and create a new text file. This is our new C source file, and we're going to say just to show you that it's just the text file, void main void. You see there's none of the highlighting or indenting going on for us at this point. What we want to do though is say File, Save As, okay, and we're in the compiler's directory yet, and that's not where we want to be, so we're going to go up past the MCC18 up to the C, and desktop, and go to our 2008, 2009, go to our projects, into our September 3rd, and we're going to save this one as just demo, or demo 1, let's call it, and that's going to be a C file. In fact, no, this is, sorry, let's call it main.c. That's a good name for it. Okay, I'm going to say save. Now notice that our comment has turned green as it should, and that our keywords are now in blue, and our code block is lined up. Of course, that was before. we now have everything we need to actually make this program compile. We're missing our pragma config, right? And we're going to say low voltage programming is equal to off, watchdog timer is equal to off, and we need an oscillator. We're going to use the internal one, so OSC is equal to INT for internal, and then IO, we want to use the two lines that were normally used for the crystal for IO, so we say IO2. Okay, next we're going to say pound include, and our include file or header file for the processor is P18F13200.h, just as it is over in the project file. Okay, we're going to save this. Okay, now if we're lucky, it'll build. It failed, and we have to find out why. No source files. Ha! Interesting thing that, huh? Okay, over here in the source file, we forgot to add that file. We say add files under sources, and we're going to add main. Now let's try building it. We made it. Okay, there's a couple of things I want to show you here. There's concepts. One is the project file, and the project file shows you what's in the project, what files are there. There's the linker file is listed there, and the header file and your source files there. The files are not contained in the project, they're simply referenced by the project. They live in the directory we created outside of MPLAB. The other thing I want to talk about is a workspace. Now, the workspace is the arrangement of the windows within MPLAB. See, like, for example, our workspace here contains our editor window and our project window. And if I do a view, let's do locals here. Now we now have our locals in our project, in our shall I say my workspace, like this. So we go File, Save Workspace. Okay, what I did was I saved the arrangement of these windows. Now, there's not always one workspace for each project. You could actually have two workspaces for each project, or actually more. But normally we just use one project, one workspace. So, and I think we'll stick with that for the meantime in this class. Okay, we want to make sure that we've saved both the workspace and the project. So we say project, and let's see, close, no saving here, save project. Okay, so now we got to make sure the project's saved. File, save workspace, and then file, exit. And it asks me again if I want to save it. It'll do that every time, and I'll say yes. That completes the demo.